All right, we're live. Hey, everybody. I wonder if you guys can hear me. I've never gone live on my computer, and I know that my fan on my computer is like crazy loud. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Say hello when you enter the room and whatnot. I know you guys haven't seen me in a minute, but y'all know how I do. Gemini rising. Okay, I come in as I please, and I leave as I please. Okay, so I'll wait for a couple more people to get into the room, but the title should pretty much say it all. I think I uploaded the right title. I'm telling y'all, I usually only ever go live from my phone, so I don't really know. Hold on. Hi, Judge Anessa. I'm glad that my sound sounds good. Okay, good, great. So, like I said, today I'll be doing readings right now, $5 readings. If you guys aren't familiar, my channel has now given me the capability to accept what's called super chat. So you guys can either submit your $5 via super chat, which there should be like a dollar sign somewhere around the chat where you can like link a card, send me $5, put your question in here. And when you send the money, it'll show me, and then like put your question in the, you know, the place that they have for notes or whatever. And then I can pull for you, or you can PayPal me and I'll give you guys the PayPal link if anybody wants that. But as for right now, we got a couple people coming and going out of the room. So I guess I'll just talk to you all and see what's going on. These energies lately, man, have been nuts. I'm not even going to say that like it's bad, because honestly, like a lot of good stuff has been happening for me. But the energies have been really lining up new opportunities for me. So that's why you guys haven't necessarily seen me so much. I've been working more. I've been trying to just like, you know, get on that daily grind and really transform my life. I just realized I have this fur hanging from my microphone stand. This is the area that I usually use to record my music and stuff like that. So my mic's right here, my laptop's right here, and I figured I'd just get it going. So whatever, until we get some more people in the room, I guess I will pull cards. I'll pull for this upcoming moon. Let's see where it's going to be. I'm going to look up moon phases for 2019 and see, because I know we are getting ready to have a Libra full moon, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, guys. I'm looking up what moon phase we're going to be in next, and then I'm going to do a pull for that. And then if anybody else would like individual card pulls, I'll be offering those as well. So I'm pulling up the lunar calendar. Let's see. I'm tired, guys. But I really wanted to come through and say hello and see how you guys are doing. Let's see. So March 21st, we'll be having a full moon in Libra, which my moon is naturally in Libra, so I feel maybe a little bit connected to that. Let's go ahead and see if we can tap into that energy of the full moon and see what we will be looking forward to at that point. Hold on, I gotta do some things around here. I need a new desk. My desk is only just so big. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective as for the energies that we need to look forward to for this new moon in Libra on March 21st in just a few days? So you guys know 3 days before the full moon, you should start to feel the effects of it. And then usually the goings on of that moon phase will last well until like 2 weeks after. Like they'll be the most intense. You'll feel them the 3 days before. There will be the full moon. 3 days after will be really intense. And then the 2 weeks after, like things might start popping up. Like say, for instance, nothing happens for you on those 3 days. Maybe it'll be like within that next 2 week period until the new moon, right? The themes of that full moon will still sort of resonate. So, you know, time isn't linear. The universe don't care, girl. Whatever needs to happen in your life is going to happen in divine timing anyhow. These moons are just sort of a little bit of a thematic view on things, and they typically tend to be very important, because the moon does pull at our emotions. And that's the reason why you see so many astrologers and tarot readers alike sort of tapping into that vein of the moon phases, because everyone feels it on a collective level. Whenever the moon changes signs, whenever the moon is, at its full potential, full moon, or when it's completely like letting go of itself, right? The new moon, when it's waning, the collective feels that energy, because we are like 70% water. I think we all probably learned that in like 5th grade science or something like that. But yeah, so like I said, things do happen on their own divine timing, but I'm going to pull a couple cards here so that we can see what's going on. Spirit, give me whatever messages you have for this full moon that's happening on the 21st of March for the collective. I want to pull like 3 cards and just see what we get. Ooh, I need to turn that off. That's scary. I love my best friend so much. Hi, Titi, I love you. Okay, she's texting me. So for this full moon, wow. So there's going to be a lot of energy. Okay, so I watch a lot of other readers. Let me just start here. I want to have a real conversation with y'all. Like, I'm not in reader mode right now. Don't hex me. I'm chilling. I got my crown royal, y'all. I'm chilling. Okay, so I just decided to pull a few cards for the new moon, and the cards that we have are ego. Can y'all see that? Ego. 2 of water. Y'all cannot see this. 2 of water. And awakening. So what that tells me is that we're going through, first of all, we have 2 major arcana cards. I only pulled 3. So like 2 out of 3, that's a really big chunk of what's going on, where we need to sort of separate ourselves from, and I think the ego is the devil card in regular tarot. So it's almost like we are not relying so much on our vices. There is this real like cleansing energy that's going to come over us. And a lot of us are going to be realizing where we participated in the fuck shit. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Like, this ego card is showing you every area in which you're being ruled or controlled by some bullshit. I'm just be real with y'all. Like, the ego card in regular tarot is like the devil, right? It's called the it's the devil card. So it's the devil. It's a picture of him, and he has 2 chains in his hand. And at the end, both of those chains are connected to, like, one is connected to a woman, and then one is connected to a man. And basically, it's the lover's card, but it's like the inverted lover's card, right? So it exemplifies, or it talks about 2 people being bound together, not by love and not by choice and not by freedom or liberation. It's 2 people being connected and bound by vices, bound by toxicity, bound by like trauma bonding, those types of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a card that's telling you, hey, wake the fuck up and get over yourself. Wake the fuck up and get over that nothing as person that's in your life, right? And this card says a false sense of entrapment. So it's wherever you feel as though, oh, I can't move on without this person. Yes, the fuck you can. We were all born by ourselves. We will all die by ourselves. I've never seen a double body casket, a double barrel casket, whatever the fuck they say down in Mississippi. I ain't never seen a casket that buries 2 people. So you live your own life, right? And if you're feeling like you can't go on without a certain person or without a certain thing or without, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, like, honestly, if you're going in any direction other than the direction of your liberation, you're doing the wrong fucking thing. And this moon cycle, let's talk about Libra for a second. I got to break it down a little bit, okay? So Libra is all about partnership. It's kind of about the mirroring effect that happens when you and another person share space. On the zodiac wheel, if any of you guys know how to read charts, or like the basics about chart readings, basically there are houses in the chart, right? So I'm gonna make this simplified. There are little sections of the chart, okay? The first section starts with Aries. Wherever you have like whatever's opposite that, they share like a certain bond, right? They're 2 ends of the same spectrum. So we're just going to talk about Aries and Libra right now, because there's no need in getting into the other signs. But what I'm trying to say is, basically on that sign, the first house, no matter what sign that house is in, because it could be in different signs depending on when you were born, that house is ruled by Aries, essentially. And so what that is yourself. It's who you are. It's what you look like. who you see yourself as, how you present yourself in certain situations, how you enter into things. First house is ruled by Mars, so it's how you what is it? How you exemplify your aggression, how you, like I said, enter into stuff, right? How you show up, I am, who are you? That's your first house. And then directly opposite that, so on the other side of the spectrum of you, there is you and another person. There is when you share space with someone, there is the partnership aspect, right? You and someone else. And so Libra rules that house. It's actually the seventh house. The first house is opposite the seventh, and seventh is opposite first, right? So the Libra house talks about where we go in our lives to meet with others, where we create those intimate one-on-one relationships where we kind of learn more about ourselves through relations with another. And it's intimate. 11th house rules groups. Okay, that's Aquarius house. But the 7th house, Libra, that air sign, it's just about you and one other person kind of seeing into you. You know how you'll have like a group of best friends, maybe you and 4 other people, but then there's that one that you really jive with because you feel like they actually see you, right? Or maybe they really listen to you. Maybe when you have good news or bad news or any news to share, you actually call that one friend because it's like, I know you're going to bounce, I can bounce ideas off of you and you're going to show me myself. It's that energy. And that's what Libra is all about. It's about getting intimate with yourself and those people that matter to you, getting down to the nitty gritty about what brought you together and realizing the value in that situation, because Libra is also ruled by Venus, and Venus is the planet of value. Venus is the planet of appreciation. It's that one-on-one relatability aspect that Venus represents. And so Libra, by proxy, sort of rules over those things as well. And so it's no surprise to me that we got the ego card, right? Because the ego card kind of, it has you examining those relationships with people that you consider to be close to you, because just because you're close to a person doesn't mean that they're not toxic. Just because you're close to a person doesn't mean that they're not sort of feeding into your ego and feeding into your vices. And then we have the 2 of water. So it's about actually getting with people who are really like beneficial to your soul, who really are going to nurture you and help you see more of yourself. That's what all of this is about. And I'm not even looking up like anybody. Like I got my text thread up with my best friend. I ain't Googling this shit. Okay. So it's just off the top, but these cards are showing me that it's like you're deciding to finally, and Libra also rules the justice system. So decision making, right? Business, doing what's best. Like, what is it? Cut off your hand to spite your arm. You want to keep that arm, right? So you got to make a decision at some point. Like, man, either you're going to keep your hand and it's going to route all the way up, or you're just going to cut that bitch off and do what's best for you. Hey, Nisha girl. But yeah, so it's about shedding the things that you keep around you to feed into your ego and realizing, who am I? Am I really, where am I going? Where do I want to go? Am I going there? Are the people around me helping me become that person who's going to be capable of going to the heights that I really want to reach, right? And then you have the 2 of water. So it's saying, if you really get real with yourself, take a step back and see who calls your phone during this full moon. Don't always be going after people and be like, hey, you want to do this with me? Hey, you want to do that with me? See who's messing with you, who's really with you. You know what I'm saying? And those people will make themselves abundantly clear during this moon. This card says a relationship that sorry, I'm rubbing my boobs. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So even if you have people that are around you, like say, for instance, you and a sibling, y'all don't necessarily see eye to eye because they're telling you, hey, you need to stop smoking weed. And you're like, boy, fuck you. I ain't stopping smoking weed. I like smoking weed. But it's like you're trying to get into school or you're trying to get this job. Like, how do you think you're really going to get there by continuing to feed into that ego and feed into that vice? Because you claim you're such a pothead and you're, people think that shit is cool nowadays. Like, absolutely. I ain't trying to down nobody that does. But I'll never peer pressure somebody into doing it. Or like, if I know you're trying to elevate to a certain place in life, my first thing is always suggesting a fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's cool to delve into your pleasures and stuff like that. And that's what the ego card represents. But also know when to take a step back. Like, nigga, if you can't take a step back, you're addicted. Something's wrong. Like, you need to fix that situation. Because at that point, the thing has a hold on you. And don't think that just drugs and alcohol and sex are the only vices. Some people, social media is a vice. For some people, talking to friends, going to parties is a vice. For some people, I don't fucking know. Anything can be a vice, honestly. Anything that you do continuously on a daily basis, and at some point it begins to control you, is a vice. You need to let go of that and see what really is holding you up? Who's really still standing after you stop doing those things? You guys ever did something like, you party, you have your group of partying friends, but then maybe you get a new job and you have to stop partying so much. Do those people still call you? Are they still calling? Because if they're not your real friends. That type of shit is what we're talking about right now. And then you guys have awakening. Well, not you guys. We have awakening. So what this is saying to me is, it says look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. I think this is technically the Hanged Man, if I'm not tripping. But it's about looking at things from a totally different perspective. Like I said, there's this big thing that keeps coming to me about daily life, something that you do daily, if not almost daily, something that kind of keeps you afloat. It's pleasureful. It might be a relationship with a person. It could be something that you do, like I said, a vice. But right now, it's not about any of that. It's about you sort of getting more in touch with your star player and seeing who you genuinely connect with outside of that. So I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers just to kind of get the overall resonating message here, because I want to be clear. Like, this is very interesting to me. And it's funny how when I do these readings by myself, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But then when I get to do them in someone else's presence or on live, they come together like so much more powerfully. It's very weird. And also, for those of you who just joined, thank you for joining me in my live. I know it's very impromptu. I know that it's very random. And I explained to everyone a little bit earlier, I just got a promotion at my job and working on some new things. So that's why you guys haven't really seen me. But I'm here today offering you guys $5 readings. So if you would like a 3-card pull on the question of your choice, I will be happy to do that for you. You can make your payment either through, what's that thing called? Super chat on here, or you can PayPal me if you guys are interested in that. Just shoot me a little. I'm looking at the live chat right now. So if you're interested, say, hey, I'm interested in a reading, and I'll walk you through it. Because this is honestly my first time doing this here. I've done these on Periscope, but I've never done them here. So what else? For right now, we're going to clarify these 3 cards. The ego, 2 of water. Oh, and this card says, I told you guys, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of the conflict. So this card, and then the awakening card. And we're pulling on the full moon that's getting ready to happen on the 21st of this month. So in just a few days, we're actually in the shadow of the full moon. So you guys might be feeling these energies even as soon as like right now. You could be feeling, like, I know for myself, I'm like looking around at everybody. Like, I'd rather just chill by myself right now because I have a Libra moon. And so I've lived my life like looking for partnership. I always want to be with somebody when I go to do something. And I have to teach myself how to be a little bit more autonomous. And so this full moon is just like, whatever, girl, like you cool being by yourself anyway. Just continue to be by yourself. And whoever sticks around, sticks around. And that's just what it is. And when they're there, you know they're there because they want to be there, not because you're begging them to be there. You understand? Oh, shoot. Actually, a few cards just flipped out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one off the ground. All right, so we have, to clarify these cards, we have the 2 of Earth, 10 of Fire, 4 of Fire. And so see, it's almost like the 2 of Earth is dealing with this ego card. That's clarifying the ego card. Ego card is the devil. It talks about us being chained to our pleasures, being chained to other people, being chained to activities that we engage in, arguing with people. Could be an addiction. You ever had an ex that you just continue to argue with because it's like, ooh, you might not realize it at the moment, but you're like, ooh, this is interesting. I really want to engage in this, when you could be doing 10 other things, but arguing with them seems like the good thing to do. And then afterwards, you justify it by being like, I love that person, blah, 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 but they just wasted a whole however many hours of your time arguing with a dumb motherfucker, right? Right? So you got the 2 of Earth. So it's almost like with the Libra, right? Like I said, they rule the scale. So it's like you may have a period of going back and forth between dibbling and dabbling into those negative tendencies and then coming back up for air and being like, this doesn't make sense. I'm too good for this. Because Libra is so highbrow, it's ridiculous. Like, Libra is the one who's like, I'm too good for any of that bullshit. And that person's jealous and whatever. And then they'll send that person a message and be like, I just had to let you know how shitty of a person you are. But it's like, girl, you're still talking to me. You're still sharing space with me. What they say, is it Uchiwala or is it one mic? Which one is it? Which one are we doing? You got to choose, okay? So 2 of Earth essentially talks about a situation in your life that is very palpable. It's very practical. It's something that you can pinpoint. You can say, hey, look at this. And you're juggling with, like I said, doing one thing or doing the other. So I think the argument is the number one thing that sticks out in my mind, because even now I still want to keep elaborating on that, but I don't want to bore y'all. I think y'all get the point of that. And it says too much going on at once, too much. The need to make a decision. Like I said, Uchiwali or one mic, which one are you doing? Which one is this? Are we engaging or are we not? Are you too good for this? Or, are you diddling back into your negative tendencies? Which one? You cannot do both. The energy will get, yeah, like the energy will get you, it will get the universe confused. So when it comes time, I'm sorry, I got my drink. Okay. When it comes time to ask the universe for what it is that you want, if you're behaving, and this is an earth sign, so this is talking about things that you actually are doing, stuff that you're actually manifesting. If you're behaving in a way that's wishy-washy, universe is just going to pause on your ass. Nothing's going to change because you're not sending a clear message as to who you are, what you want, what you're putting your energy and effort into. You know what I mean? So that ego card will get a lot of people jacked up this season. Like, don't be that person that gets caught up in the rapture. Let me cut off my speaker. Don't be that person that gets caught up in the rapture and you're sitting back like, why God, why me? Nigga, it's you, not the universe. It's you, okay? Make a decision and I promise the universe will change and it will shift in order to bring about what it is that you need. But if you're being indecisive, trying to play both sides, trying to play the situation, you might be able to play another human being, but you can't play the energetic auric field. You just cannot. Sorry. So for the Two of Water, it talks about the Ten of Fire. It says life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns, too much work. This card typically signifies almost like a burdening feeling. And I want to clarify this. I'm confused because the Two of Water is supposed to be something where you feel, it just kind of came to me. All right. So a lot of people may be feeling, let me backtrack a little bit. A lot of people may be feeling like I'm getting love with this reading, y'all. So I'm sorry if you're not in a romantic situation, but this message is for someone who is, or someone who's exiting a romantic situation. You may feel connected or divinely connected to another person. Like when you look at them, you're looking at yourself. When you see them and the things that they're going through, you see aspects of yourself. Remember, I talked about that Libra energy being like a mirror. It's like every person that you have in your life. Have you ever heard that quote that says the 5 people that you hang around most are the 5 people that are most influential in your life? That's who you are. The 5 people that you're around the most is who you are. Excuse me. So it's like somebody that you thought was a reflection of you. They come with so much bullshit and so much baggage. It's almost like the universe is asking you, do you really want to continue almost to see yourself in that person, to go back and forth with this person that you know is not necessarily reflecting the best parts of you back to you, right? And even with the Awakening card, when it talks about seeing things from a different perspective, at that point you have the 4 of Fire. So there is something here to be worked with. And I feel like I want all of us to focus more on our relationships with ourselves this Libra season, because we can get so caught up in making another person more important or creating that narrative in our lives for months, years even, where we put this person on this pedestal and really the situation was just trying to redirect us back to ourselves. So it's like you have to reawaken. You have to see things from a different perspective. Start taking that energy. When you want to go and hit your ex up or hit your whatever significant other up and you know they're toxic, it's going to be an argument. When you want to do that, when you feel like, and just one more thing, you had that argument, you're like, you know what, one more motherfucking thing. I know we was arguing 3 days ago, but one more thing. Let me just say this one last thing because you need to hear it. Don't say it. Don't say it. If you have to, take a notepad. Take a notepad. Write the nigga over. Write him a letter. Burn that bitch. Take it outside and go burn it. Because it's not like I'm trying to tell you, you need to be focused on you. Juggling too much at once, you need to let that go. The ego card, get over yourself. No, who cares? That situation probably is not necessarily, like I said, best for you. If it's not reflecting back to you, oh, thank you, babe. If it's not reflecting back to you the best parts of you, fuck that shit. Hear me out. Let it go. If the person that you see as your counterpart or your lover or your divine, like that word twin flame, it's always being thrown out. Like I almost didn't want to say it because I feel like there's such a stigma behind it. But if you feel like, oh, this person is my twin flame and you're just like so wrapped up in it, how about let go? Let go. If you find yourself watching readings, if you find yourself booking readings, talking to people, reading books, and doing all this twin flame shit, let it go. It's too much. You could be using that time, energy, and effort on something else, and that's what the Ten of Fire is telling me. It's too much work. Accept help from others, which means accept the help from yourself. Put that love back into yourself, okay? Don't keep giving your help to everyone else when you need to just put it back into yourself. And the Four of Fire says that even with this awakening, when you see things in a different perspective, you may be able to creatively transform that energy. And also, this just came to me, creative energy is akin to sexual energy. So if you're out here just giving it up, just having a good time, screwing and doing, how about maybe don't do that so much during this Libra full moon? Focus a little bit more on yourself. Let's just try not to be overzealous about the love situations and the relationship. Spirit, what messages can you give me? Janessa, you want a reading? Okay, here. Hold on, let me pull this card, Janessa. I got you, girl. I'm gonna give you the PayPal. So yeah, Spirit, what messages can you give us concerning this card? Wanted to come out so bad. Love conversations. I mean, y'all, I've been drinking love situations. Give me 3 different cards to exemplify 3 different groups of people. What messages can you give me, or advice can you give me? Just when it comes to love situations during the Libra full moon. What should my people do? They need to know, Spirit. First card came out was Justice. That's the Libra card for show. And I know that card talks about doing what's right. Like Libra, you ever known? Okay, so Libras can be a little wishy-washy, same way as Geminis. And I ain't trying to hate. I got a Gemini rising, Libra moon, wishy-washy queen, okay? So, but Geminis tend to be wishy-washy by way of they can see 2 sides of a situation. Libra does whatever needs to be done to balance out the scales. So if you're nice to a Libra will give you nothing but love back. If you're shitty to a Libra will definitely hit your ass with that whop. Okay, they're gonna let you know I'm not the one. Don't do it. Pick your poison when dealing with the Libra. Same thing with this moon. Pick your poison. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way, and that's period. Right? So Spirit is telling us, what does it say? Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And if I had to place a bet on a person, I never place a bet on another person. I always place that bet on myself, because I know I will never let myself down. And so that's kind of what Spirit is telling one group of people. The next, and I honestly feel like it's all of us, to be honest, okay? The second group has the Ace of Air. So again, all these air cards, like Justice is a major arcana card, but it's ruled by Libra, you understand? This Ace of Air rules Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So it's saying the truth shall reign supreme. Don't get too far away from the truth. You are the truth, right? You look yourself in the mirror, you're the only person you can change. You're the only person you are sure to affect. So don't let this Libra new moon take you too far outside of yourself. That's the message that I keep getting. Don't let it take you too far out of yourself. Whenever you feel the need to want to say something to somebody else, say that same shit to yourself. And the Empress. And so I'm almost feeling like the Empress goes with these cards. It's awakening. Once you start to see things from a different perspective, if you choose to do so, because we all have free will, you can use that sexual energy or the creative energy that you might have given to another person, right? And writing all those messages and being all sexy and get your hair done, put your lingerie on. Instead of doing all that extra stuff for someone else, maybe you take that energy and you put it back into yourself. Maybe you are a very creative person, or you just have a lot of energy and you need to go work out. And as opposed to working out, you'd rather go lay up with this person, but you know your ass needs to be at the gym. Go to the gym instead. Choose you and see what happens. Because any person that's not okay with you choosing you is not a person that's in your highest good. And I'm just saying that. And as well as, you guys have the Empress card. So it's talking about once you find the value in being able to flip a situation. And this is also giving me Temperance card, right? So it's taking one element and giving it the exact juju, right? The exact whatever it is, to transform it into something else. It's taking nothing and making something out of it. It's alchemy. Right? And you are able to harness that creative energy and make something out of it, because the 4 symbolizes foundations. It symbolizes stabilizing something and actually taking the time to put all of your rods in, right? And that way you can hang something over top of it and it will be stable. It will be sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Tables have 4 legs. Chairs have 4 legs for the most part. Once you're able to harness that energy and that grounding energy, and this is giving me very root chakra, like who are you? What do you have to offer? Like you're fortifying your own energy, right? As opposed to trying to give yourself so much. Then you become the empress, and you become capable of creating your own environment. Very, very similar to the magician in my mind, even though there's an empress and an emperor card. The empress, right, which is the feminine energy of that, has the advantage of like extracurricular intuitive knowledge. So it's not only creative energy in order to put behind something and to do something, but it's that intuitive energy, it's that go withinness that allows you to be like ultra super creative in actually producing something that's going to be fruitful. It's going to be worth it. It says lavish abundance. Girl, who don't want that? Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself. What have I been saying? Nurture yourself and others, right? So, I don't know. I hope I said enough. I just did that to sort of start out this live, and thank you all for joining me. Janessa girl, if you would like a $5 reading, which the $5 readings are open to everyone, you can go ahead and pay your donation to this link right here. Hey, it didn't even show up. I hate this. Let me try it with a www. Nope, still nothing. So I don't know. Does anybody know how to work super chat? I'm getting ready to go on my phone and see if I can figure it out. How have you guys been feeling like as of today, yesterday? Because this full moon is actually getting ready to come up. So leave me in the chat, in the comments, how you guys have been feeling. If you've been feeling super vulnerable or super like needy, even because Libra, like I said, is the partnership sign, and it can leave us feeling a little bit needy. I really don't have another word for it. Let me see. I'm getting ready to go in here and try to super chat myself, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm looking at me. I know. Hold on, wait. How do I do this? Nobody knows how to super chat in here? Because I honestly don't know what the hell I'm doing. Let me see. I'm going to go and copy the link from my PayPal and drop it in here and see if that works. Why does technology have to take forever in a day? All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Nope. Copy. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm putting the thing in here. Is it a link now? It's still not a freaking link. Okay, if you want your $5 reading, just copy and paste that into another search bar if you have time. And I will be here when you get back, and I'll do your reading for you. How do these people do? I know they said that super chat was open for me, so I'm just wondering what the hell. Why? I'm checking it out now to try to see if maybe I don't have the settings open. I don't know. If you guys want me to read for something else in general or have other general questions that you'd like for me to pull for, you can leave those as well. But if they're going to be personal questions, then I will need that super chat. Or I'll at least need you to go to PayPal. Okay. Yeah, Janessa, let me know. I'll be here when you get back. That's it. Guys, I'm lost. Someone help. Ah. Be right back. Okay, girl. I'm going to my settings. Y'all, live chat. YouTube, y'all are blowing me. Let's watch this video together, guys, and figure out how to work super chat. And that's just that on that. Yeah. What am I looking at? This nigga tripping. All right. I'm watching this guy. Boy, let me know how to do this super chat. That's all I want to know. Why do people make 7-minute videos for something that takes 2 seconds? He's not even running ads. Like, boy, you're not even making no money, boy. Look at him. Head ass. Face ass. Now the intro comes. Now we're watching the intro. Here.
Because it's going to transform live streaming. It's going to transform. So before we go into the ins and outs,
is it in the settings, Whitney?
How to utilize Super Chat.
Listen,
to be able to qualify for it. So
I know I qualify.
I know that some of you are like, oh man, why does YouTube ever do this? But that's just the way that it is. You have to be in good standing. Okay, be in good standing. That's a really important thing to do. Number 2, you need to monetize your YouTube channel. Well, of course, you're going to monetize.
Is this video monetized? I'm getting ready to figure this out because I want to give you guys these $5 ratings. Like, on God, give me a second. I'm still here, but
okay. On the list, sorry, but
Vanessa, I think I just got your payment, girl.
Dealing with local regulations and
stuff. Or no, I got it from Ranisha.
Number 4, you have to be 18 years old. Wah, wah, wah. I think that you might be able to get a parent or guardian. Not too sure. I'm going to ask some YouTube representatives and get back to you on that. So let me go.
I'm in my settings.
Jump right in. I'm going to show you how to set up Super Chat and how to use Super Chat.
All right, we're going to get it together, y'all. Hold on.
So to enable Super Chat, we first off need to make sure that you don't have fan funding on your YouTube channel. Now, I actually have it on my YouTube channel, and come February 28th, it is gone. It is in the trash where it belongs, because honestly, people contributed to my channel. I don't even know who they are. It was very difficult to actually give them, good shout outs and stuff like that. So we are going to disconnect this. And to do that, first off, we need to go to the upper right-hand corner, click on the avatar icon, come down to Creator Studio. And once we come into the Creator Studio, we want to mouse on over to the community section. And
hold on, because my thing is not reflecting this. All right, so. Hey, Nisha girl, what question do you have? Because I'll go ahead and get your question out of the way now since you already made your payment. If anybody else would like a $5 reading right now, I'm going to have you guys go ahead and click or copy and paste that PayPal link into another search bar. And okay, so Whitney, I got your payment as well. So go ahead and give me you guys' questions now in the, hold on, let me see. Did you leave them on PayPal? So if you have your questions, you can go ahead and put them in the live chat and I'll answer them here. Because I ain't got time, girl. I'm going to go ahead and figure this out after I close this video out. And I may just go ahead and come on back. What would your next relationship be like and with what sign? So a lot of readers read for signs, like as far as, certain cards signify the sign. I'll do that for you this time just to see how it turns out. I typically don't try to get that specific because, I'm an astrologer as well. And within our charts, like you could be a Scorpio sun, a Libra ascendant, and a Virgo moon. So if I say, oh, you're going to be looking, a Virgo is going to come in, you might be like, no, well, my person is a Scorpio sun. You understand what I'm saying? So take what I'm getting ready to say with a grain of salt, but just know that these energies may be something that they hold within them. I also do offer relationship readings. I can do an astrology like a birth chart reading on you, Nisha, don't be sorry, girl. You good. I got you. I'm going to read you. I'm going to give you everything that I can right now. But I'm just letting you know because I want this reading to be as accurate as possible. I don't ever want a person to go away from me and be like, she know what she was talking about. It gets deep, okay? And you hang out with me a little bit more and you'll get to see just how deep it gets. So, Nisha, I'm going to answer your question first. Whitney, go ahead and put your question down there too so I can see it once I get done with Nisha. Okay, Spirit. So give me Nisha Payne. What energy is Nisha Payne holding on to right now? And what will her next relationship most likely reflect? What energies will her next relationship most likely encompass? She'd also like to know what sign or what signs to be more open and receptive to in coming into her next relationship. All right, Nisha, if you could just resonate your energy, you can close your eyes and just listen to me. Try to connect with what I'm saying right now. And just think about how you feel about your next relationship or anything the first thing that comes to your heart. Like, just try to meditate a little bit with me. Spirit, give me whatever energies will help represent Nisha's next relationship. What energies will help? I'm gonna pull a couple more cards. What energies will Nisha's next relationship reflect? Spirit. Oh, shoot, we're not taking the whole deck. Hold on, Nisha, girl. The whole deck done flipped out. So maybe I just tapped into your energy. That usually happens when the other person on the other side of the reading is like projecting. All my cards fall out of my hands. All right, so we're going to read for the cards that fell out so far. We have the Strength card, Queen of Earth, and the Five of Air. So you like to hear it, here it go. So your next relationship will probably be something that will help you become more of who you are, right? Queen of Earth talks about practicality, what we have in front of us, and like it's almost in a feminine way. So it's almost like what we can muster up from within ourselves to then create. It gives me very Empress vibes. It's like mother of the garden type of vibes, like if you plant it, it will grow type of energy, right? So I feel like this next relationship for you will be one that will help you to encompass and to harness your own queen energy. It will probably result in you bossing yourself up and really like sort of getting more in touch with reality, getting a lot more grounded within yourself. It says make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with the challenges in a kind and understanding manner, because when you're grounded, you don't let people pull you. I see your question with, I got you, girl. When you're grounded, you don't let other people pull you too far outside of who you know yourself to be, right? When I talk about the root chakra, it's all about that same essence, that same energy. Go Google what the root chakra represents. It represents knowing who you are, understanding your family name, understanding the plot that you have, like literally the space that you're in, where your boundaries are around that space, right? And then it's also talks about within that space, how do you keep that space? How do you nurture it, right? In order to see what you want to see out of your own life. And so this relationship is really going to either require you to tap into this. The hell? Somebody outside the motorcycle? It's either going to require you to tap into this energy, or it's going to like catapult, be the catalyst to you tapping into that energy. You also have the Strength card. So like I said, this person is either going to really help fortify your own devices, your own resources, your finances, all of those things. Like when you look for a partner or a person that you want to go be with, look for someone who could maybe even be more of a mentor to you. I don't know what your sexual orientation is, but if you are a woman, I could definitely, like if you're a lesbian, I'll say you'll definitely be attracted, or you should definitely keep your eyes open for more like business-minded women, or even men who move in silence, men who don't necessarily showcase all of their moves, but you know that they're absolutely banking, like they're absolutely getting their money. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be about taking you nice places and, you know, spending it all on you. That person might be very frugal. They could end up being a Taurus, not Gemini, Lord Jesus, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, somebody who is very business savvy, right? You want to pick those types of people because, like I said, this Libra moon, I'm sorry, I can't get away from it because we're already in its shadow, but we need to start pulling the people closest to us that exhibit the traits that we wish to have. So maybe you're already very money savvy. You need to find somebody else who may be even a step or two ahead of you or somebody that's at least evenly yoked with you and who understands the value of a dollar, who understands the value of time, who understands the value of your presence and your energy in their life, and who appreciates that about you. And you also have the strength card. So like I said, it's fortifying all of those very basic, fundamental physical resources for yourself. Somebody who's not afraid to tell you, hey girl, you are beautiful. Even if you get on the FaceTime looking like a little wretched miss, you know, they see your beauty and they appreciate you. It's that type of energy. And also, I'm not gonna lie to you, you also have the 5 of air. So that card paired with this card, it sort of makes me feel like there may be a little bit of a push and pull. I don't like to see that for any of my people because I want us all to be in very healthy relationships. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I would say on the positive end, you want to look for somebody who's going to give you all those good things I talked about. But your next relationship may end up turning into something that could be a little bit more argumentative. And it's going to be about you using this quiet strength to tame the situation, right? I don't know your personality. I don't know how you typically come off, but the 5 of air is a very combative sign. So the next person that you're with may be a very combative person. And if they are, it's best for you not to feed into that. I don't really want you to go into a situation with a combative person because I want to protect all of y'all, but like, it's your life, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to make the decisions you're going to make, but just realize that this card says an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation, review everyone's motives. So I'm not going to promise you that the next person you're with is going to be the end all be all. They may be here to show you some very, very keen lessons that you need to learn in order to, like I said before, boss your life up and to get to a different place where you can exercise that quiet strength, right? You can exercise, what's it say? Deal with challenges. This is challenge. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner, right? Doesn't mean letting somebody walk all over you because the Queen of Earth is definitely not no pushover. But she's not the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Air, or I mean, even the Queen of Air is very docile, not docile, but just chill. You know what I'm saying? This relationship is going to cause for you to have great strength. And so if you don't already have it, you will acquire it through this relationship. And I wish you all the best, Nisha, all the best, girl. Come back and get a personal reading from me whenever you are in that situation or reviewing it or going through it. But like I said, I do feel like if I had to give you advice, I'm going to be honest with you. And I would rather know your zodiac sign, but I'm going to just go off of what the cards are saying right now. Like I said, somebody with prominent placement. So sun, moon, ascendant, Venus, or Mars in an earth sign. They're going to ground you. They're going to help you grow up. Air signs, those same prominent placements, sun, moon, Venus, Mars. If they're in an air sign, I would say no. Because those are the ones that are going to pull you into the intellectual mind games and the battles and it's almost like pointless battles, futile effort, like effort being wasted. This is all people going after each other, but they should be working together. You understand what I'm saying? So I never want to see this come up in a relationship reading. And so if I had to give you a sign, I would say go for people with more. I'm not saying, your person can't have a Aquarius moon. I'm an Aquarius. I think I'm great, but just make sure that most of their chart is balanced out with a very earthy energy so that they can provide you with what you need practically. Fuck all that intellectual bullshit if you can't apply it in real life. You feel what I'm saying? And that's going to be the strength, the quiet strength, being able to make real positive change, tangibly, pragmatic change, right? So thank you, Nisha girl. I hope that resonated with you. Can you let me know if it did or if it didn't? I like reviews. Okay. So Whitney said just direction in regards to an out-of-state job opportunity. You're welcome, Nisha. That's recently come up, and also in regards to current off-on relationship with baby daddy. I don't like them. They irritating. I got one. He irritating. Okay, so let me see. I'm joking. I'm glad I can come on here and be myself because I am a nut. I was just looking at some messages I was sending somebody. I ain't got it all together, y'all. I'll be just saying stuff. That's that Gemini. Okay. All right. So Spirit, help me resonate with Whitney's energy. Whitney would like to know, what direction should she go in? Should she move out of state for this job? Is this job worth it? Is it not worth it? She also would like to know in regards to her baby daddy. Should she keep dealing with this dude? I feel like there's a battle between keeping things close to home and trying something new. And I'm gonna tell you, my intuition is telling you always go for the gusto. Do some other shit. Anybody who's on and off with you, they don't value you. And even if they love you, they don't value you. And value is something that sometimes you have to learn how to do that. Like, I could love a person with my feelings, but if I'm not putting action behind it to show them that they matter and that I care, especially when they've born my child, nigga, like, you tripping. I'm just being honest with you, Whitney. You an Aquarius sun? Yes, girl, we gotta move and shake. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I chose to stay, I chose to stay so many times. I'm not gonna say I regret it, but I would never advise another person to do that. Because life's short. Hold on, girl, you got some claws on the floor there. These long nails, I couldn't pick them up. Okay, you got 5 cards that popped out with me, and all major arcana except 1. Power. It's all about you, Wit. Do whatever is gonna be best for you. And I'm gonna say all of this. It might not make sense at first, but it will. So, I'm feeling your energy, girl. I'm feeling it. It's almost creepy. Spirit despises me. Okay, so the sun. Wait, this is the sun. You're the sun. Okay, so the sun. Basically, it's saying things revolve around you right now. You call the shots. You need to embody our sister sign. Remember, I was talking about oppositions earlier. I don't know if you were here, but basically, Leo is directly opposite Aquarius. And so, although we are very different, we do share coordinates. We share, we're on the same spectrum. We're just 2 different extremes. So where we meet is in the middle. And in the middle, it's all about us. Whether you're in Aquarius, whether you're in Leo, they need their world to revolve around them in order to stay sane. The only thing is with the Leo, they're much more extroverted most times, and Aquarius can be extroverts. But for real, they tend to be much more introverted. What time is it? 10:23. They tend to be much more introverted and into themselves. And sometimes we can get into this space of becoming numb. Because as long as we value ourselves, we really don't need that reassurance from another person. But in all honesty, you need to high cap the fuck out of yourself. I don't know your situation with your baby daddy, but like I said, on again, off again, fuck all that. You're going to make a decision. You're going to see my value and you're going to be steadfast in that. The universe responds to decisive decision making. When you want to be wishy-washy, universe will pause that ass. I said that earlier too, right? So if this person is acting like they don't know which way they want to go, or if it's you that's acting like you don't know which way you want to go, I'm not shunning or, condemning either of you, but please have the gall to make a decision for yourself. That's the only way you're going to see any sort of change. And then at that point, if you don't like the decision you made, you know that you went full force, you know you went full throttle, you know you motherfucking tried. And if it's not what you like, you can always do what you know you've always been able to do. But for right now, I'm going to need you to choose you. Shine bright. Don't let nobody sit up and dim your light. And even though that person might not be trying to, just by proxy of like you even considering not to take an opportunity, no, wrong decision, wrong person, right? You also have unity here. So that's why I said you might be a little confused because you get the unity card, you're thinking, oh, everybody should come together and maybe we should come together for the baby. I don't think that that's ever necessarily a good reason to stay with someone for a kid, because the baby needs to see both of you in your best light. It doesn't need to see an on again, off again relationship. And then when they grow up, they're like, oh, this is how relationships are supposed to be. My mom and dad did it all the time. No big deal. Because then what are you teaching your baby, right? You want to teach your baby to be beastie. Like, that sounds nuts, but like you want to teach your baby to be sure, right? To know what it's going for, to be strong, to live in that strength. And so the unity card does say traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organizations seek out mentors and like-minded friends. And that's the part that I want to put up most for you. You want to seek out people who think like you more, who are on the wave that you want to be on. So even though this job might not necessarily be something that you're like, oh, yay, get up and move my life. Maybe you need a little bit of change of pace in order to meet different people who are living the life that you wish to live. So maybe there are, wherever you're getting ready to, or wherever the opportunity is, I'm making a decision for you, like wherever you getting ready to go, girl, because I want you to go. But wherever this opportunity is, maybe you start doing some research on Facebook, find some community groups, some groups for your kids or child to enter into, so that they can have friends already set up there and they already have sort of like a ready-made play space for them. And then you find whatever industry you're in, people that are already in that industry who are 10, 20 years older than you, who are offering mentorships, or maybe they're not offering mentorships, but you have to ask them for one. That's okay. I've done it before. All you have to do is get an email. Girl, write your little heart out, write a good 3-paragraph statement. Hello, I found out about you by X, Y, and Z. I'm wondering if you'd be willing to, act as a mentor, and we can check in monthly. I hope this message finds you well, and please, any feedback would be appreciated. Let the motherfucker know you're serious, and they might reach out to you and actually help you find more of yourself. There's that Libra new moon thing again. Find people around you that can help reflect to you the best parts of you. I ain't never known somebody to have an out-of-state job opportunity that wasn't on shit. You're about something in your life. And I want you to move more towards that. You know what I'm saying? Because you also have justice. And remember what I said about Libra, wherever the scales are unbalanced, Libra is going to do what it needs to do to balance them. So this on again, off again relationship thing, I'm not in my feelings. Okay. I'm not feeling like that shit is the way. If that person's for you, they will get their shit together and balance that out and make a way. They will make a way. But for right now, I feel like the on again, off again thing, he's having a very hard time making that decision to commit to you. So by you leaving, you're making the decision for him. Okay, you want to be on again, off again with me? I want to be on again, off with you. Maybe we need a motherfucking break, nigga. I'm going to go overseas, get this pay increase, get these nice little benefit increases, and live life with our baby. You come see your baby when you like to and leave the hell when you're done. Get the fuck off. When you're ready to make a life with us, you can make a life with us, but you need to show me that you're ready by making it happen. And you also have release, girl. So yes, it's time. And the release is the 13 card. 1 + 3 is 4. You need to create your own foundation. If this job opportunity is more money for you, if it's a salary increase for you, you know what I'm saying? You need to go do whatever you need to do for you, period. And that's just that on that. I'm not going to hold back. The release card says the end of a phase or a situation. Doesn't necessarily mean you and baby daddy will never be together again. But like I said, that's not your job to do the chasing. You're the woman. And I do believe in those things. Traditional value, divine masculine, divine feminine. You're not the one chasing. If he wants you, he'll come find you. So it says the end of a phase or a situation. This could even be the end of him being childish. You're going to show him how serious you are about your life and creating a good life. What's the Beyonce? We gonna live a good life. Beyonce say that? We gonna live good, regardless of whether or not you are able to be in the picture or not. And I'm not trying to kick you out the picture, but what I am going to do is always better my situation for myself and my child. And if you want to come, do what you got to do to get here. I ain't telling you can't come, but I'm not going to make that way for you. And you need not. Okay. It says spiritual transformation, time to move on. You just need to redirect your senses, redirect what you're doing. Because I feel like I said, if that job, listen, do whatever you need to do to balance the scale and make it make sense. If that job is more money, then you need to go. And I mean, of course, if you love your job, but girl, even if you don't, go somewhere else, do something different, do it for a year, get that junk on your resume, right? And then start finding somewhere else to be. Or you could always go back home, honestly. But I think you owe it to yourself and to your daughter to try something else out. Try it. Because anytime the spirit and universe is giving you an opportunity, it's almost like, ding, new pathway. Do you want to keep doing what you've been doing? Or would you like to try something new? I think you owe it to yourself to try something new. You also have the Ace of Water, a new home. Girl, go. You out of here. That's it for you. And the unity will come if the unity is meant to be there. Whoever's meant to be in your space will find a way to be in your space. And that's just that on that. But this Ace of Water typically signifies a new love. It could be newfound love for yourself and your daughter as a brand new family unit without all the drama. So I want you to go ahead and go. I hope that this resonates with you, Whitney. I really do, because I've been in very similar situations, and I'm trying to tell you, I've never regretted moving the fuck on. Okay? Love you, girl. So I have another person. Let me see who this third person was. Okay, Rontasha. Did I say your name right? Yes, without the drama. We ain't got time for that. Okay, Rontasha, are you still here, babe? What's your question? Tell me what your question is, and I'm going to go ahead and tap into your energy and see if Spirit has some profound messages for you, too. You here. Okay, girl. What you want to know about? Let me know. This is so much fun. I think I want to start doing this weekly. I don't know. I just feel like I'm so inconsistent. My Gemini moon, I'm always all over the world, bro. I'll be everywhere. Everywhere. All over the place. So right now, I am accepting PayPal payment. If you would like the answer to one of your questions, I'm going to pull however many cards Spirit has me pull. You know, it won't be the whole deck, but a few cards to help give you some guidance. Right now, we got Rantasia Garrett coming up. But if you would like a reading, my PayPal link, I guess I'll just repost it. What else? You can go ahead, excuse me, and pay $5 to that link and get your question answered. Okay, Rantasia. Okay, you're an Aries Sun, Sag Moon, and you want to know what things you need to do to be ready for your next relationship, and what would it be like? Okay. Oh, Libra Moon, we are all so lovey-dovey right now. Okay, Aries Sun, first of all, I love you. Sag Moon, second of all, you're my best friend in my head. I love Sagittarius. Like, y'all just give me so much life. All right, so let me tap into your energy. Rantasia, if you want to go ahead and just chill, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and meditate on just you. Meditate on you, who you are, and let me tap in. Rantasia, Spirit, give me whatever messages you have for Rantasia concerning her next relationship. What does she need to do to get ready for her next relationship? Who does she need to be her best version of herself in her next relationship, Spirit? Please give me whatever answers you have for Rantasia in order to help guide her along her highest path. Hold on. Spirit, what messages do you have for Rantasia? She wants to know what she needs to do to be ready for her next relationship and what her next relationship will be like. What are the characteristics of her lover? Who's coming in to see her? Who's coming in to see Rantasia? Give me a second, girl. Who's coming in to see Rantasia and her next relationship? And what energies does she need to embody? Man, I need a better desk, bro. Like, all my cards just everywhere. Okay. All right. I'm going to be honest with you, girl. I'm going to be honest with you, girl. All right. First card out is Knight of Water. Who do you need to be? How do you need to get ready? You need to tap more into your emotional center. Not in a way of like super, super passionate, but by way of just being a little bit more soft. You know, with those energies that you described to me, they're both, I'm getting chills again. They're both very fiery. And that's good. I don't ever want you to change yourself. Spirit doesn't want you to change yourself, but it says falling in love, the need to balance emotions, right? And so it's about balancing out how you feel. I'm going to just take a wild guess and say, when you know you like somebody, you know you like them. Maybe you allow another person to bring out the more vulnerable parts of you as opposed to being pushy about things or very assertive, because Aries is ruled by Mars, right? And then Sag is Jupiter. So it just blows up. Whatever placements you already have, they're blown up. Sag is going to do what the best it has ever been doing, period. So you have this hyper aggressive personality about you almost. And so in order to be in the next relationship, and I asked Spirit, what does Rantasia, I'm sorry, girl, you know who I'm talking about, have to do to prepare for her next relationship in order for that relationship to be within her highest good? And this is the first card that popped out. And so it's basically saying, yes, you might need to be the initiator. You might need to go to a person and be like, hey, I really dig you, you know, but don't be pushy about it. Leave room for them to take that in. So it's Rantasia. I got you, girl. I got you. So, yeah, the need to balance your emotions out. So, like, I know sometimes when we like someone, when we feel like somebody is feeling us, it's like, just be honest with me already. Tell me how you feel. Like, you ain't got to be like, especially with that Aries, you're like, okay, so is we is or is we ain't together, my nigga? Like, what's up? But just chill on that person, whoever it is. And I feel like you'll get that energy back. You also have the Four of Water. Okay, so let me talk about that Aries sun a little bit. The Aries sun, it's like when the iron strikes, it strikes hot, and then it's not hot no more. Like after that heat, that initial heat comes off of it, it's back cool again, and you got to put it back in the fire in order to get it riled up again. And so what I don't want you to do is to have a crush on someone and be like, oh my God, I'm really like all for this person, da, da, da. And then they come to you, and then you're like, I ain't even really want you. No, I'm not even really about that. Like, not good enough. Let's see what else is out there. Throw them back in the pond. There's more fish in the pond, right? Because if you can see this person here, 4 is a foundational number, remember? So, but what they're doing is they're not paying attention to the fact that they have this emotional well of vulnerability available to them. It's almost like you may or may not get a person open and then be like, but I wish you were just a little bit more like this other person. Or you get a person open and then you're like, oh, but I really like Billy down the street now. Or, oh, you're just, I don't like these certain aspects of you. Because they have these 3 cups here, and cups always represent emotions or emotional fulfillment. But they're wishing for this big old cup over here. And it's like, why are you sulking when you have all these perfectly fine, these 3 perfectly fine cups here, but you just gotta want what you can't have. You gotta want what you can't have. So I want you to be more serious with yourself about what you want in a partner. Maybe take this Libra full moon that's getting ready to come up and write out a manifestation of what you want your next partner to look like. And do a test with yourself. Like, honestly, it doesn't have to be your husband or your wife, but it could be just the next person that you encounter romantically. You want them to be this, you want them to be that, you want them to be this, you want them to be that. And the next time you get somebody like that, watch your process and see if you do that. Also, you asked, let me see, what would your next relationship be like? I'm feeling these next 3 cards as that. So you have the Page of Fire, 9 of Air, and the Ace of Air. So hold on, let me give me a second. I feel like this next relationship, you're really going to have a chance to be more outgoing and creative, confident. Like I said, you still may be the initiator in this next situation because you got the Knight of Wands, which is all about like being lovey-dovey and having the guts and the balls to go for what you want on a romantic front. It's like being vulnerable with somebody romantically and saying, hey, I want you. And then you have the Page of Fire. So Page of Fire is also passion, but it's like not as romantic. It's more so, I want to say creative, but I guess this would be more emotional. This would be more passionate. So this is more like, I really think I could fall in love with you. I feel like I'm ready for a relationship. And this is more like, I like you and I want you. You know what I'm saying? So this energy here, you're probably still going to end up being the initiator, being that Mars is very heavy in your chart. But what I don't want you to do, like I said, is become too self-involved in like overthinking the situation, because you also have the 9 of Air. So this next relationship, I don't know, it may cause you to go into a state of worry, and I think it might have something to do with this, just being like, oh, is this really what I want? You know, maybe Spirit is trying to tell you that you just need to be single for a minute and go after what you know you want, and just do the whole I like you, I want you routine with as many people as you feel until you finally find somebody that you like. Because this card here is not necessarily giving me mentally the most healthy situation. It's causing me to feel like you're trapped, or you feel, excuse me, it's causing me to feel like you feel trapped. You're not going to be trapped. You might feel trapped with someone. You might feel worrisome about the relationship. They might do things or not do things that have you up at night, just like, what the fuck did I get myself into? This says expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. I'm going to clarify this because I don't like this card. Give me a second. Let me read your last card, then I'm going to go back and clarify this one. And you also have the Ace of Air. So it says seeing the truth of a situation, a new beginning. So like I said, maybe, I don't know if you are necessarily looking for a relationship. I'm not saying a relationship is not possible. What I'm saying is that if you do get into a relationship, make sure before you commit to somebody, before you start saying that I love you and spending all your time with them and giving them all your energy, that is really what you want. Because you're going to go for people that spark your attention. That's just how you are. I know I'm going to do that already because that's just how I am. That's you. That's just how I am. Y'all seen that meme? Y'all seen that? That's just how you are. You're going to just go for things that you like because you want to know. You have that Sagittarian curiosity within you. right? But at the same time, don't get yourself tied into a situation where you're going to be like, this will never work, but I committed myself to them. So, you know, because Sagittarius is very nice, and Aries can be aggressive, but at the same time, they're agreeable. Like if you can deal with Aries bullshit, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but if you can deal with them like doing that whole Aries thing where it's like, my way or the highway, they'll keep you around. That doesn't mean you're happy with that person. That just means they keep sticking to you. I say all that to say, you do have the Ace of Air. You know the truth about yourself. You know what you really want. Go forward with that, and that will give you the best result. Don't commit yourself to something that you really don't want to be committed to. And so I'm going to clarify this 9 of Air spirit. Why did I get the 9 of Air for this honey girl? Because I don't like it. I don't want this card to be her card. Can you please tell me why we got this card? You hear me? Yeah, like that's all I'm saying. I see you wanting that romanticism in your life, but you're a Don Julio, my nigga. You're Don Julio, not these girls, these dudes, whoever you attracted to, not them. You're Don Julio. So you got to be the one that, like, you what is it, like, love them and leave them until you find somebody that you want. So this is clarifying the 9 of Air. 10 of Water. So yeah, you are lovable. You're lovable. People love you. Somebody could really want to lock it down with you, and you do not want that. I don't think you do. Or even if you do now, when you get into the situation, you may be like, oh yeah, I really want you and I'm passionate about you. And you're almost selling them a dream. Like you might be a master talker. Sagittarius moon, you know how to talk to people to get what you want. But they're going to want to lock it down. They're going to want to marry you. And you're like, hold on. But the truth of the situation is, I ain't ready for all that. How old are you, girl? How old are you? I just want to know. I'm curious. Yeah, because I got the 10 of Water. 10 of Water is ultimate happiness. It's being with somebody. It's creating a family. It's creating a foundation. But then it's clarifying the 9 of Air, which is like self-fulfilling prophecies. So yeah, 28, you may feel like you want to settle down. But if that's the case, if you feel like you're ready and you're at that space, make sure you are very, like, go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Because I also feel like you probably got a lot of people that you could date, potentially. And so you don't want to go with somebody that, well, everything that glitters ain't gold is what I'm trying to say. Make sure you know the truth about the person that you're pining over, because you don't want to get stuck into a situation where you're like, oh my God, I wish I could be anywhere but here. Oh my God, they're stressing me out so much. Like, and then you start calling bad things into your relationship and into your life, when really you want this 10 of Water. You want the ultimate partnership, the ultimate bliss with someone. And I want you to have that. So, hey, Mr. Slicer G, that's a weird name, but hello. I'm weird too, so don't think I'm trying to be mean. But, okay, so what's about to happen right now is I'm about to thank y'all for joining me on this live, because I fuck with all of you all very genuinely. I love you guys. Thank you for participating in. You're so welcome, girl. Everybody that I gave a reading to, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Like, it's been my pleasure. I think I want to do some more readings, actually, but I got to go use the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to figure out Super Chat, and I will be back. So if you didn't have an opportunity to get your reading, I will be back tonight in maybe about 20 minutes or so. So again, thank you all for coming out with me. I hope that everybody has a really great night. And join me again sometime. You know, I'll be bored doing these lives. So like I said, I'll be back. Thanks, guys. Bye.